Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of SNS Storytime Podcast. You're here with your host, Sky, and unfortunately not your co-host, Steve, because he wasn't able to make it today. But the show must go on. We have to keep going, and we do have ourselves two very special guests here today. Feel free to introduce yourself, guys.
Two guests. Two, not one. We got two. It's a special episode, Skylar.
Oh, absolutely, man.
I'm Matthew, and my little brother,
I'm David.
from around these parts, grew up with Skylar and Steven, some good work buddies. Me and Skylar go way back. I mean, we were maybe 10 years old when I met this cat, so.
That's true. 10 years old. David and Matt are brothers, right? Yeah, they're brothers. We went to high school together. As y'all know, we had Ray on the podcast not that long ago. Ray went to school with all of us as well. So, yeah, I brought them here because they have some interesting things they want to say. Matt actually did a research project, and him and David have very different standpoints on this project. Y'all want to go ahead and hop right in, or do you want to say anything before we get in there?
I mean, dude, you know what? This is your podcast. We're just your guests, brother. Like, you give us the go-ahead, and we're just going to get into it whenever you want.
All right. So I'll go ahead. David looks like he has something to say. Go ahead.
I'm going to let Matt go first because, of course, I'm going to be right, as always.
Okay. So Matt did a research project. Was it last semester?
Oh, no, dude. This research project was, in high school, bro.
Was this the one with Miss Ramos?
Miss Ramos,
I did mine on fairies.
Yes.
Okay, actually makes it so much better.
And... it even started off as mythical. It was trying to something that's not real that maybe people think is real. And I wanted it so bad, it was like Loch Ness Monster. Everybody knows the Loch Ness Monster. Everybody knows that story, that fairy tale, whatever, whatever floats your boat and what you want to call it. But, going into that project, it was in English so we can have a little bit of backstory for everybody. Ramos was our English teacher, and we always had a research paper on something, and she just gave us a general topic, go and figure this out. That year happened to be mythical. Like you said, you chose fairies. I
choose fairies.
Wanted to go after Loch Ness Monster just because I wanted to prove her wrong, I wanted to be like, you know what, Miss Ramos, you're wrong, I'm right. It's real. I rode Loch Ness Monster, So with her, even you remember, dude, our research paper cards, when we had to do our notes, how in detail they needed to be,
very meticulous.
Very, very to the to the T. Dot your I's, cross your T's, everything. And you couldn't mess up a single thing on those research cards. Well, having to get so much to the T made me research everything because, you had to write a certain size font. You had to fill up the entire card. So you had to read a lot more than normal.
For everybody wondering, there were citations. Instead of doing citations on a paper, through your actual essay on a computer, she would make us write our citations on a postcard, a little note card.
Yeah, a little 3x5 note cards, whatever.
And they had to be 3x5 too.
Mm-hmm.
They had to be, or else you'd get points docked.
Had to be with pen, no white out on the thing. If you messed up, start over, brother.
She was
no
a real
slack.
one. She was a real one.
No slack, but I love that lady. I saw her the other day at the graduation.
I saw her at Walmart.
But back to what I'm trying to say. I researched so many databases on Loch Ness, trying to see, is there really a monster in Loch Ness? And dude, you watch Phineas and Ferb. I remember that episode in Phineas and Ferb, whenever they saw Nessie, and they're like, dude, maybe we just can't say he's real because everybody would find him. And I was just hoping that was right, So, I'm researching all this stuff, and I'm reading books, and I never read books, but I'm reading a lot of books just because I'm like, dude, this is so interesting. Is this really a thing, or is it just a phenomenon? Was a guy just drunk and thought he saw something and he didn't see it?
Little piece of driftwood.
Exactly. Well, in my research and when we were going through it, you find out things like how big Loch Ness was, and it's a really big body of water, which potentially it could hold something that big because that body of water it's a big body of water, and it almost kind of points to the fact that maybe there is something, you know? Like, I was just, like, riding that wave so hard. I'm like, it's got to be there, you know? Something's got to be there. And so what the main point of my paper was, and, like, the conclusion kind of was, they got a bunch of professionals to go out there and look. You know, they put millions of dollars into that research to try to find out, was there really something down in those waters, you know? And they put lots of money, and what they did is they got a big radar, almost kind of like our Doppler radar.
Okay.
And what it does, it shoots like kind of like signals.
Like sound waves or like sonar kind of?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it was. So like they shot like the sound waves throughout the entire, so it would catch something if it were there.
Yeah, it would bounce off it. And
It would
detect
bounce off
yeah.
of anything if it were there. And they shot that thing for days trying to find it. Days and days and days, maybe even months, to be honest with you. And they just kept going, because, you know, like they're in the same boat as me. I'm like, dude, like all this research.
Like you want it to be real.
I want it to be real.
Yeah.
I want to believe it. And, you know, like they shot those waves and kept shooting, and nothing came of it. You know, like, of course, like fish were there, other animals that were habited in the in Loch Ness, but as sadly as it is, they did not find a Loch Ness monster. But maybe it was already dead. I don't know. That's just like a sorry belief of mine. Like maybe he was there, maybe he left. No, like they did that thing and they didn't find nothing in that body of water. And as much as I wanted it to be real, like I'm saying, dude, and I even told Miss Ramos, I was like, Ramos, like, I wanted that thing to be real. I wanted like to go visit and see the monster.
See Nessie for yourself.
Yeah.
So then after all that, do you or do you not believe in Loch Ness? Like Nessie.
Nessie.
Yeah, Nellie's the rapper.
Nelly is the rapper. As a man of science, no, really, like you got to go with the facts.
So you
as a man of science,
uh-huh.
and somebody who's done lots of projects and researches through my years in college, and done papers and had to look up, you know, is it fact or is it fake?
Fact or fiction? Uh-huh.
It's not there. Like there's no evidence behind anything other than stories, you know? Like it's not there.
They got pictures, you know.
There's no pictures.
There is
David.
pictures.
There's no pictures of a monster.
Tell them what you believe, David. Tell them what you believe.
Did they take it with the 14 Pro Max? Did they get a clear 4K Loch Ness monster picture? No, there's nothing there.
There was at the time it was clear for them, because what year was it in?
I mean,
Look it up,
first
Skylar.
sighting. Let's see.
Look it up, Skylar.
First sighting of Loch Ness was in. Oh yeah, 1933.
Yeah, you think they got 14 Pro Maxes back then?
They might have.
I mean, what are they on back then that you're like, oh, that piece of driftwood is?
That's what I'm saying.
there's just
They were
no
on
way.
some really, really
But for-
strong psychedelics. Is what they were on.
For anybody that's listening, I do believe Loch Ness is real. I do believe that Nessie's out there somewhere. I mean, Disney made 2 movies on it. Water Horse.
Of course.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good
Can
movie.
you say that again really quick? A movie?
Yeah.
A fake movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, they made movies on Santa Claus. Santa Claus is real. I don't want to hear it.
Saint
Santa Claus
Nicholas
is
is real.
Saint Nicholas, Saint Claus, he there.
Somebody ate those cookies. You know, it wasn't me.
No, David, go ahead and give us your 2 cents on it. I want to hear what you have to say.
He's just wrong in every aspect.
Well, let me hear why he's wrong.
You can't just
they
say
have
that I'm
pictures that prove they have pictures that prove he's real.
David, those pictures are fake.
Those pictures are not fake.
Those pictures are
You,
fake.
you can tell me some guy just jumped in the water with a little suit.
it makes more sense.
Put on a fin and was like,
Exactly. It makes more sense. It makes more sense for it to be literally the main explanation, driftwood, that just looks like a water horse. That looks like Lapras from Pokemon. That's literally what it looks like.
Have you seen the picture?
Yes.
You can tell me that's driftwood.
Yes.
I've seen plenty of pictures. The curve on it. Now I have seen, and I'm going to word this properly, right, because of where I want my future to go. So, I have seen that there is evidence out there that a lot of those photos were in fact whale's male reproductive organ. There's a lot of evidence that shows that it was a whale on his backside throwing his reproductive organ out there.
Oh my God.
And then that I could believe. They're big creatures, man.
Hey,
You see,
but I still do believe in Nessie. I
it's
think
a logical
the ocean
explanation.
is huge. That lake, it's a lake. Is it a lake?
It's like a lake. Yeah, it's
but
a big.
Isn't there like a kind of orifice for them to go through, like to the ocean? I mean, what if that? Who's to say Nessie's not intelligent? They can't think. Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get caught here and just
bolted.
That's what I'm saying. Usain did out of there, man.
I don't know, dude.
What if he was just in the nest for vacation and then he went back to the ocean?
You know, took a little timeshare.
Oh, so it's both freshwater and saltwater?
There's creatures out there like that, are there not?
Are there?
I mean, I feel like there are. That seems like something that's pretty believable.
Does it have gills? Is it a mammal? Like
I
there's
think
so
they're
many.
mammals. Aren't they mammals?
They're
No,
not
they're not
real.
mammals. No, they're real.
They're real, Matthew.
They're real.
They're not real. It's not like a giant seahorse or something, dude. Like it's not real. I'm telling you.
I do think it's
Well, you know
I think
what?
it's plausible.
All I'm saying is, according to the research, all nerdy, right? Like listening to the research that I did and the books that I read and the databases that I searched up, there's no factual, hard evidence to the being real.
Okay.
That's my standpoint.
Where'd you get your information from?
I can't say the
Wikipedia?
sources right. Definitely not Wikipedia.
We weren't allowed to use Wikipedia.
Wikipedia was sinned against, bro.
I used Wikipedia in her class,
I mean,
and I
I'm
still
not
passed.
gonna lie.
Well,
I'm a history major, right? I'm gonna graduate here pretty soon.
Good for you.
I have. Gee, thanks, David. I've used Wikipedia in some cases.
See?
At least just because if you go to Wikipedia, they'll have other sources, and then I'll click on those sources as like my sources, and then I'll go into those sources to like for actual evidence.
So you used Wikipedia to get a different source.
Yes, I use Wikipedia
See?
as a footstool
Exactly.
to propel me in the direction of success.
But I'm just saying, like, on my standpoint, there's no hard evidence that shows
But
that Nessie's a thing.
how many different types of stuff like that, like cryptids, are there where there's hard evidence for?
What do you mean? Like, or elaborate just a little bit more. I'm sorry.
Like for instance, Bigfoot.
Uh-huh.
Like, do y'all believe in Bigfoot?
Yes, 100%.
100%?
100%.
Matt's like, the research says that.
I've never looked up anything on
Have y'all
Bigfoot,
seen
but
that video that just went viral not that long ago? It was on my YouTube.
Cocaine Bear?
No, I heard that was a good
I heard
movie.
that was a good movie,
I
yeah.
heard it was actually a pretty good movie. This dude claimed to have shot and killed Bigfoot, and he has the head of it. Like, he like execution style cut this thing's head off and claims that it's there. But the weird thing is, like in the video, he's like, people think he's lying. He blatantly starts like poking it and like picks it up by its head and is like, look, like this is Bigfoot. But he never shows the body.
So Bigfoot, do you think that's more human-like or more primate?
I think human-like, dude.
More?
There's more things. There's less thing. There's not a lot of things that are bipedal, that walk on 2 feet, for people that don't know, because David gave me a weird look.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of creatures out there that are bipedal, and because they are bipedal, I just assume that if anything walks on 2 feet, it's more human than anything else.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on that. But I do think Bigfoot's real. I don't think it's a single being though. I think
There's multiple.
It's got to be like a species.
Yeah, there's multiple.
Is that
It's a whole family of them.
all happy?
I have a little joke for you.
And then you got cousins of them.
Ask me if the abominable snowman is called.
What is the abominable?
No, has the abominable snowman called?
Has, like, as in like gave you a phone call. Has the abominable snowman called?
Not Yeti.
You're an idiot. I hate you.
Okay.
I hate you.
But I can see where, like, if it was like, of course, like in the ape and like human, like part of evolution, and maybe like an animal that just isn't all the way like in evolution like we are, like how we're like the prime.
Like we like we're the top of the food chain. We've
Yeah,
evolved so
like
far.
like they're just not all the way evolved, and maybe like it was something a long time ago. But
Do you think they have the opportunity to nowadays, or do you think like in y'all situation, right? Let's say y'all go hiking or y'all go hunting, and you happen to see Bigfoot. What is your instinct? Are you gonna try and document it? Or are you gonna try it and you happen to have a weapon on you? Are you gonna try and kill it?
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna take a
What?
picture and run away.
Okay, well, you're gonna take a picture and you're gonna cry. Why would you cry?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't cry, but I don't know.
I probably would cry.
I mean,
I would.
I would assume it's
honestly-
beautiful.
Because how beautiful it is, right?
Since I've never I've never thought about something like that. I think I would maybe almost go into shock.
Like, would you be scared? Because and that's ultimately that's why we kill things. We get scared.
Does he see us?
Oh, he senses us, brother.
I got to assume if you're close enough to see it and know that it's there,
He's gonna know you're there.
If it's like the Bigfoot from a Goofy movie, then I'll go.
Definitely not like the Bigfoot.
Try and
definitely not like that Bigfoot.
Try and form a friendship. But if it's like kind of like a cocaine bear type Bigfoot,
bear.
Do you think they're
I'm out of there.
animalistic? Like, do you think that they would instinctually?
They gotta be.
Well, they gotta be I'm sure they see humans and.
I mean,
we're talking about this is actually like we're gonna run into this fool outside in the freaking one day, you know?
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the Hadachina and he's just gonna be there, you know?
I just got back from Colorado. I thought I saw him, but it was Skylar's little brother.
That's fair.
Did you happen to see anything kind of weird out there?
No.
Mainly
just animals.
Other than George falling on the sand dunes.
Other than George almost falling down the cliff.
Yeah, I did see him fall in that video. That was a good video.
It was a beautiful trip though.
Yeah, I've seen the photos. It looked nice.
But back to Bigfoot, I think if you were to run into something like that, would you have enough time to document it? And would he even let you? Because I mean, look how how he's depicted. He's so big. Looks strong. And
I would assume this dude, if
he's
he
gonna
had to fight,
be,
he would smash us.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But my thing is say hypothetically, you run into this dude, and you're like, oh look, there's Bigfoot. Take a picture with not my 14 Pro Max, Knuckles David. Take a picture of him, and he sees. Say you accidentally have your flash on. He sees the flash, and now he's hauling butt after you. He's depicted as huge. He's gonna catch up to you. You know what I mean?
Creature, yeah.
It's gonna catch you fast. So, if you were to see him, would you even try your luck, or are you a goner? Quietly, but a goner. Are you just trying to sneak out of there?
I'm not gonna lie, man. As a firm believer, I would want to document that. But the crazy part is, say you do get documentation. With the way everything is now in the world, I get solid, clear evidence, right? A great photo, a great video, whatever it is, majority of the population is going to say it's fake. That's just how things work.
Well, you know how
Unless
you
I had
know
that
how
thing
you do it,
alive
right?
and in a cage, there's just no way.
You know how you do it, right?
Do I record it on an iPhone 14 Pro Max?
That's part one. Part two is you got to have an unusual item with you. And so say you have a spoon for some random reason. You take a video of the spoon and then look at Bigfoot and they'll be like, oh, dude, there's no way that's fake. Because why would he have a spoon out there with him?
He's got a point.
You know what I mean?
I would think that's more fake. I'd be like, okay, this is obviously satire. This dude recorded a spoon and it was like, look, a spoon. Oh, there's Bigfoot.
Then you take two videos.
What's the second video?
One with the spoon, one without a spoon.
That's kind of this is a little off topic. Actually, I'm lying. It's a lot off topic. But that's kind of how you not get catfish. You're like, you know what? This chick sends you a picture of her, and you're like, send me a picture of you with a spoon, so I can know you're not fake. If you have a spoon, you're able to send a picture like that. It's real because why would anybody ask for a picture? Why would you have a picture saved of you with a spoon? So if you have something unusual and you take a video and you record it, also with Bigfoot, then be like, yeah, that's not an edited Bigfoot. That's all real.
I'm not. First of all, have you used that tactic before?
I have, yes.
Way
before me and my girlfriend started dating.
You
sent a picture of the spoon. I knew she was real. I was still scared. I didn't text back.
I plead the fifth.
Amen, brother. That's a good call. I will admit though, I do have pictures of me with a spoon.
Why?
Well, sometimes Crystal will take cute photos of me while I'm eating ice cream, and I'll just have
No, but I mean a selfie with a spoon. You're taking a full on.
I'm pretty sure I've sent a picture with the
spoon.
spork from Spy Station of me eating Spy Station to somebody at some point in my life. It's in this.
No, but we're talking about a spoon. That's a spork.
Also, to anybody listening, Spice Station is probably the best Indian food you're ever gonna eat here in Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, Matt's lying to y'all. It's not probably the best. It is the best. We are not sponsored by them in any way, but hands down, Spy Station all the way.
But Hassan and Zohair are guys, bro. Like
They're some real ones.
Hook it up and
go on YouTube. They just made it on South Texas. Was it Texas Bucket List?
Yep.
Texas.
Yeah,
Bucket
did y'all watch
List.
the video? It's pretty cool.
I haven't seen it,
Oh, you gotta
but
watch it.
they have been in the top 100 for
For a hot while now. They're still up
like
there.
the top 100 restaurants to eat in Texas. Like, imagine how many restaurants there are in Texas.
It's the second biggest state. So
Yeah. What's the biggest is Alaska?
Alaska, yeah.
But there's nothing in Alaska. I don't
There's-
even think people live in Alaska.
I mean, my sister and my brother-in-law live in Alaska, and my niece and
I
nephew.
really
do
don't
they
think-
really?
I really,
mean, they're
yeah,
stationed
do,
there, so
do
I
they
guess-
really live
so
there?
they don't
though?
really live there, but
just
they
like
live there.
just
They
like
probably stay there,
I'm
but
sorry.
do they live there?
I'm
Shut
sorry if anybody listens and is from Wyoming. Does anybody actually live in Wyoming?
I thought that was the thing for Ohio. It's like, does anyone actually?
Oh no,
live?
people live in Ohio. Crazy people live in Ohio. Only in Ohio.
I don't even know where Wyoming
But-
is.
Does
It's like,
anybody
what
actually?
country is that?
Actually, I'm like dissing Wyoming, but if you actually see like pictures of Wyoming, it looks so beautiful over there.
You know, it's actually funny you say this. I can tell y'all right now if I have any listeners from Wyoming. I don't think I do.
And if
but-
you do, I'm sorry for roasting your home state, bro. But
I mean, they
I don't
have
think
to
anybody,
be
and you
from
don't,
there,
and
they're
you,
just
and
listening
you,
from
and
there.
you don't have any listeners from there just because nobody lives there.
I don't think I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I have any listeners from Ohio.
Is Wyoming a real thing?
Is Wyoming a real thing?
Yeah.
I would assume so. Someone's
I
driven
don't know.
through
I
that at
guess.
some
Well, you know what is real? Bigfoot and Nessie.
point. They're both.
I would-
100%.
I want Bigfoot to be real.
I'll have y'all know while we were talking about it. I looked up. I have this app that like I do sounds. That's where I get my soundboards for this podcast. I looked up a Loch Ness monster sound, and there's a Loch Ness monster sound on here. I
It's
downloaded
gonna be
it.
a fake.
I don't know what
monster
it's gonna sound
that
like.
They
Hear it.
used on what's your movie that you said?
What movie?
The Disney movie about the water horse. Is that the
It's
movie?
called Water Horse.
Is that
It's called Water Horse.
I've never seen it. Actually, is that the movie whenever like the little animals in the bathtub and like goes all crazy and he's getting big?
I think you're talking about Free Willy.
That's
No,
not
what?
Free Willy. No,
Free Willy's about a
Free
whale.
Willy's about
It's
Shamu.
Shamu.
Is it about Shamu? Then
about
why
an
is his
orca.
name Willy?
Tillicum.
Tillicum is Shamu,
Yeah.
I thought
Killer
Tillicum's the one that killed the thing. That
No.
killed that person.
probably. Dude,
You know how many people have died at SeaWorld just because of Shamu?
I would say a
Well,
larger
because
amount
of
than we'd like to
SeaWorld,
admit.
At
But
least
still.
one. I don't know
it's
the
like
actual
they're-
number, but
they're
at least
huge
one.
animals. And they're
I
locking
think-
them up in cages.
I think they've had a fair share. But needless to say, let's hear what it sounds like. Let's just
Please don't play the wrong sound.
Okay, that is
I
not-
don't think that
I looked
was
up,
Nessie.
Oh, it says Loch Ness Monster.
If that's what Nessie sounds like,
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. That
I
was
don't-
not Nessie at all. But
which one's the sad one? Is it this one?
I don't remember. I haven't. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that works. But we are at a new segment of the podcast
New segment.
where are at the new segment. I mean, not new segment, but yeah, we did it last podcast. The random question. Okay, we'll start with Dave. We'll go to you, Matt, and then we'll finish off.
Okay,
with
okay.
me.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's not random, but it is a question. See what I did there? Are you only asking him and he gives you his own answer and that's it?
And are you switching questions?
Well, of course he's switching
Yeah.
questions, but
One question, one
Per
person,
person.
one answer.
got you.
One question.
So I
You
can't
heard
get
it here, folks. One question, one person.
one answer.
Amen, brother.
There it is.
All right, here we go. You ready, David?
Yes, sir.
And these are all random, so just bear with it. It could be something. Some of them get deep. Some of them are pretty surface level. So, who is the luckiest person you know?
That's a good question. Hold on, let me think about it.
Oh, okay.
Luckiest
So,
person I know.
elaborate on it while you're thinking. Let me hear some. You know, we don't want to just kind of have like crickets going off. You know,
I don't know. I don't believe in luck.
you don't believe in luck.
I do not
You're
believe
gonna
in
go
luck.
as far as say you don't.
I don't know anybody that's lucky.
I firmly believe that I'm a pretty lucky person.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm not
Kind
hold
of
on.
conceited, don't you
I don't-
think?
I'm not saying like, oh, you gotta say Sky is the luckiest person right now.
I don't know
You
about.
could say that your girlfriend's the luckiest person
Because she has
you.
me, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm not that much of a catch.
Oh,
I
God.
think you're a catch, Dave.
Thank you.
I think you're a catch.
I don't know.
But I don't-
so
I don't-
much
I don't-
about
I don't-
luck.
I don't believe in luck.
You're not gonna tell him he's a catch, Matt?
I don't know if it's so much
Oh
about
my
luck. like, but maybe good karma.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like you put good out into the world and good comes back to you.
I believe in that. Yes.
You put bad out into the world and
You
the
believe
world
in
does
karma,
you worse.
but you don't believe in luck.
it's
Well, karma.
It's the same figure. Karma's
It's the
the
same,
karma's a
like,
woman,
but it's kind of like
lady
a
luck.
give and take with karma.
the only luck in the world is if you win the lottery.
You know what? I say every morning you wake up is a lucky day. Matt,
Every morning you wake up is a blessing.
amen.
Blessing.
Blesses.
Tomorrow's not promised, man. You know what I
Amen.
mean? Live for today.
Matt, you're gonna be up. You ready?
Yes.
So, Matt, we got. What is something you feel is unacceptable that is still being done today?
Something that I feel that is unacceptable that is still being done today. Chewing with your mouth open. I feel like too many people do that.
You're one to talk.
I do not chew with my mouth
I do it all the time.
I do not chew with my mouth
They live
open.
together for the listeners. They're
Um,
brothers. So
Until August.
till August. Yeah.
Till August.
Till August. Then Matt's hopping out.
David's
David's
hopping
hopping
out.
out.
I am moving to College
Oh,
Station.
that's right,
David's
David.
hopping out.
Congratulations to David.
Thank you.
Yeah. That one. Woo! Yeah. Go, David.
Chewing with your mouth open.
Joking.
I think it's not like a lot of people do it. But for the people who do that, it's like it's just rude, I think.
Okay.
It's not, or it's just like, I don't know. I don't like it. It's nasty.
It just
It's
puts you off.
smacking.
It's just- yeah,
it gives
it's
me osco.
Everything about it's just
It gives me osco.
okay.
That one more, because me and David probably deal with this
I know who he's talking about.
every day, and you know exactly where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
David knows where I'm going with this, okay? Let's go down this rabbit hole. I'm sorry, that's from the TikTok. So, and my dad hates it. Burping out loud, but like a loud belch, dude. Like loud.
Uh-huh.
But, and you know what? People burp. I get that.
Yeah. It's natural. You burp, you fart, you got
But
gases.
I've always, every
You
time
got
that I
gases.
burp, or if I say, you know, excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I usually do that.
Having manners, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
But-
common courtesy.
I don't do that at home, I'll admit. I do this thing where I burp and I go ribbit.
Ribbit.
So I'll go ribbit as I'm burping.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, but what if you
Yeah,
let?
it's
What
funny,
if
so it's
you
acceptable.
like let out like a very very loud belch, dude? And
Uh,
you're with your girlfriend's parents
okay.
and your girlfriend's family.
Okay.
Are you gonna say excuse me?
I'm
Like-
gonna be completely honest with you. I have farted in front of them on multiple occasions, and what I do is I go, "Who stepped on a frog?" I'll walk by, I'll be like, "Oh, somebody stepped on a frog." Like it's just dumb.
So
But when I do burp, and that's like when we're in a kind of like a joking environment. But
Yeah.
if I'm like having dinner with like the family,
yeah, like dinner. Yeah. That's
Uh,
what I'm trying to get at.
I usually do I try to kind of hold it in, and then I'll say I'm sorry, like excuse me.
Yes.
And Crystal hates this. I think it is appropriate. I
So
think
you blow it onto her and
I-
ask if you ate burrito and cheese.
No, I do not. I,
Like you burp, and you're like, hey, did that one get you?
I blow it away, and she's just like I'll blow it in your face sometimes, like when I'm joking. Like I'll be driving in the truck, be like,
Burrito, cheese.
you know, just
Yeah.
like a soft wind.
Like you blow it into the AC and then you get that thing like recirculating around the truck.
Shut
Kind of
up.
lets it simmer, you know. But so yeah, my older brother, mine and David's older brother, his girlfriend would be like, bleh, like a loud belch and just keep smacking her food and like right in
mouth
front
open?
of yeah,
Oh.
dude, right in front of my parents, in front of us, and you know what, like I said, everybody burps, it happens, but there's never like excuse me, like I'm sorry. There's never like a manners to
And it's
it's
the more
kind of like
frequent it happens, the more it makes you upset, right?
yes, but it's not my girlfriend. It's not my anything. So I'm like, you know what? Thank you, Skylar. I needed that.
You're welcome. I got you.
So I'm like, you know what? If I don't know how to deal with it, but it just like it grinds my gears.
Well, after that's the next segment. After this,
Wait,
is
wait,
what grinds your gears?
Wait.
You didn't get a question.
Wait, no.
I'm
Real
still
quick.
going. I haven't gotten
Real
to
quick,
mine.
before you jump in your question. You fart in front of your girlfriend's family?
I have farted in front of them. Yes.
I won't even use the girlfriend. I won't even use the
I
restroom.
won't even use the girlfriend
I won't
in front
even
of my
use the
family.
restroom at my girlfriend house.
So
I use the restroom.
Like
at
number
your
one,
girlfriend's house.
yes, I'll do that, but if I gotta go, I'm going
Nah,
home.
dude.
Really? You'll go home?
I mean, I live right next to her, like
Oh, that's
walking distance, but
So-
I'm going home.
So we
You start running. You ever run? You gotta go so bad.
I drove a tractor before.
we were there taking.
Where's the context in that?
Yes, if I ever ran,
Oh,
I
okay.
drove a tractor.
Like from her house to your house, or
Yeah.
vice versa. Okay. What were you gonna say, Matt?
So me and David were there, like cat sitting, and I took a hot, steamy number 2, upper decker, bro. Left it there.
You left a present for them.
Upper decker.
You left it there.
Upper decker.
You didn't even.
You know what an upper
No,
decker
you know
is,
what
right?
upper
I
decker is?
don't know what.
So you take off the top, like you know your regular toilet, like the top to like say your toilet's jammed.
You're
you have to
nasty.
fix it.
You're nasty.
You
You're
Upper decker, bro.
You're
Upper decker.
nasty.
got in the car, drove home like nothing
I'm
happened.
done with you.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that, but
No,
that'd be crazy. If
I
did.
have no problem going to the restroom.
Oh, yeah.
in
That's
other
good for you.
places.
You just gotta flush many times so it doesn't
Oh yeah,
smell.
so I believe in the courtesy flush.
Oh yeah, of course. Who
you
doesn't?
You give a courtesy. You know, poopery's not
Poopery's
around all
good.
the time, but when it is, you know, it's great. But still, courtesy. I always courtesy. You don't want it to stink up the house, man.
Yeah. No.
I don't like when
unless
I go to like a
unless y'all
family
are fighting.
event. No, still won't.
Nah, bro.
Still won't. I'll always courtesy. Okay.
You didn't get mad at me for playing my PS5?
Shut
No,
up.
man.
All right, here we go. Here's my question. Do you have a nightmare travel story? Well, no. I mean, I don't know. I can't go into much more detail. I don't have a nightmare.
What's a
travel.
nightmare travel story mean?
Like you had a bad experience while traveling. You know, some people talk about getting kidnapped or mugged or
Oh my god.
I mean,
couldn't be me. At least not now. I mean, knock on wood.
I don't know about David if it really affected him. Probably.
What?
But
What?
so I was in 7th grade? Question mark. Maybe going to the 8th grade. And me, David, Philip, our cousin.
He's
Philip.
supposed to be on a podcast pretty soon.
Yeah, we're talking to him about it. So me, David, Philip's sisters, my mom, and Philip's mom were all on our way to California, and I was playing in a baseball tournament over there. And so we drove the whole first day, because like driving here in Texas, like you can go 8 hours, and you're still gonna be in Texas, Yeah. And all far away, right? And like you're driving so far, and you're still in Texas. So we drove all the way to where we stopped the first night, New Mexico. We stayed there.
I think so.
Whenever y'all were playing Halo all night
I think
long.
so. Yeah, New
Yeah.
Mexico.
So we were in New Mexico, and we stopped for the first night. We stayed there, and the next morning we got up. We got up pretty early, and we drove all the way, and we stopped at in Arizona. I want to say we stopped in Phoenix, and when we were there, like we were putting gas, and my older brother, if I was going to 8th grade, he was going to be a junior in high school.
Okay.
So this was like in August. So this is like already 2-a-days,
Mhm.
And so it's not really a story about us, but like I just remember like you're saying nightmare travel story. Like we were traveling, and it was bad, and so we I
Sorry.
saw what you did.
I don't know if it made any noise on the podcast. I'll have to listen back and see.
So we were in Arizona putting gas, and all of a sudden, like I'm looking out the car, like we're just watching. I think the kids were watching a movie, like Kayla and Katie were watching a movie, and that's why I say kids, like they were little, and I was like looking out the window, and I see my mom just kind of like start crying, but like starting like push it away, like she didn't want to make a scene in front of me and my little brother. And what had happened is our older brother just got out of 2-a-days.
Uh-huh.
And he was on the way back, of course, like coming from the high school to our house, like you gotta go down the highway or the business 77. And they were on the way back, and they kind of got like, I don't know if it was like a dust storm or something, like kind of they freaked out and pushed him off the road. And as he got pushed off the road, they got pushed into a pole. I mean, they were going like 80, 85.
Mm-hmm.
They hit a pole going that fast, and Nick wasn't wearing a seatbelt. So as they hit the pole, the door flew open, and Nick flipped out and probably flipped like 50, 60 feet. And
Dang.
flipped out, was flipping and flipping all that fast. And, covered in blood. Literally was like laying in a pool of his own blood on the side of the highway. and he got lucky that like the driver was like out of it, and he was out of it, of course. His girlfriend at the time was driving behind him and saw it, so she called the ambulance. The ambulance like, dude, we can't do anything. Like, y'all need to call. Like, we're gonna go. We're not gonna take him to the hospital. We're gonna call, Halo Flight.
Halo Flight, I was gonna say.
And Halo Flight came over to get him, and pretty much like all that happened, and all he left with was a concussion and a few scrapes, like no stitches, no nothing, like no broken bones, like we always say, like, because our grandma passed away like when we were real young,
Yeah.
and we always say like, dude, like there's no way that she wasn't with him at that time.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just remember
that's a nightmare story, but a miracle. Like,
yeah,
a miracle
exactly. So like
happened the way it did.
I didn't really get too
turned out
many
the way it did,
details
rather.
out of it, but all that was told to us, because like I'm
A kid.
like 12 years old at the time,
Yeah.
was my mom was like, hey Matt, your brother just got Halo flighted to the hospital. He's doing okay. I asked him if he wanted us to turn around, and you missed the tournament. I was like, dude, like let's turn around. I don't care about this tournament. Like I want to go be with Nick.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't, right?
Exactly. And she said, no, like Nick said he's fine. He's doing okay. Go play the tournament and he'll be fine. He'll see you when you get home. And like it was just like I just didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be on the road. I just wanted to be home. Like that's like the only nightmare travel story I can think of.
I mean, yeah, and I would say it qualifies in my opinion.
Yeah.
David's on the other hand, that doesn't.
All right, dude.
He was just
Honestly,
he was enjoying his time with Halo and
I have
Phil.
no memory of that trip.
I have no memory of it.
It was
either,
like-
but that's because I wasn't there.
It was like a
it's
lot of
crazy.
Halo, a lot of Mortal Kombat. Went to the San Diego Zoo there in
Broke my
California.
braces.
I did break your braces.
I have heard a lot about that zoo. Actually,
It's awesome.
I heard it's a huge
It's
zoo.
awesome.
I heard it is very huge zoo.
What did you say the next segment was?
Oh, so the next segment. This is another segment that we've been trying out, or that I've been cooking up. But it's called "What Really Grinds My Gears."
I love how that's the sound right after I just told you that story.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Actually, that sounds so bad.
That's not cool, Skylar.
I'm so sorry. I already had it queued up. I was just waiting. I should have. Maybe I could have
it's
done
kinda
this one.
funny.
I
It's
could have
kinda
done.
And now the first one,
The first one was good.
Oh my god, this is so much longer than I thought. Oh my gosh.
like those TikToks of the
It
dogs
won't
running.
stop.
It's that.
Okay, I think it's done. It's not done. Okay, there we go. It's done now. So this time we'll go opposite. And it's just something. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Keep it simple. Keep it going. Then we'll move on. Something small. Something that happened to you recently. I like to keep it recent. What really grinds my gears is when I go to a restaurant and I see people leave and they don't push their chair back in. Really grinds my gears. Really gets me.
It's real subtle, but yeah.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
like I see it and immediately I'm having a bad day.
Like you got to stack your plates and push your
Oh,
chairs back
that
in.
too. Yeah,
Of course.
Like just they're working. They're working for tips.
Common
Help 'em out.
courtesy.
And then you got to tip. Obviously,
Yeah.
it does frustrate me. I don't care if you leave $1. Just leave something. I understand some people ain't got it, but if you got a quarter, dog, leave a quarter. Do something. Have a little
Yeah,
bit of something.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Matt. What grinds your gears? You got to start off with
What grinds my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears?
You know what really grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
If you're at work and the job is going to get done, let it get done. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter who's doing the job. If the job's going to get done, it's going to get done. That grinds my gears. And David knows about it
I know
because
exactly
we were
what he's
getting
talking
yelled
about.
at. I'm not going to say the manager's name, but a manager. And she yelled at David for being outside to spot me on power equipment. And in my head, I'm like, dude, like, he's inside garden, I'm outside garden. They're brother sister
Yeah,
apartments.
they're sister departments. Yeah.
So what's the point? Like, what's the bad thing about this?
That's what
Like,
you're
you know
supposed to do.
what?
You're supposed to pull
I was
from your
like,
sister department.
she's yelling and she's like, you need to find somebody else. You need to find somebody else. I'm like, dude, the job's gonna get done. We're gonna fix it. Like, we're gonna do what we need to do, and all the tasks that you gave us are gonna get finished. Just let us do it. And then she's like yelling, and then she's like making a scene in front of customers, and making a scene in front of all the coworkers. I'm like, dude, like, you're doing all this for nothing. All this time you're spending yelling at us, making a scene. Me and David could have already finished this.
Yeah, we could have been done.
And it was that, like you said recently, that ground my gears bad.
Grinds your gears. Okay.
As soon as I
I'm just happy I got 2 more months and I'm out of that store.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah, that place can be pretty rough.
It led me to going to buy a bottle of tequila as soon as I left work.
He did.
Was it a cheap bottle?
No. No.
David, go ahead. You got to say it.
I gotta say it.
You got to say it.
You know what really grinds my gears, Skylar
What grinds your gears,
and Matthew?
David?
Recently, you ever get to the point where you clean you look at your room
Uh-huh.
and it's too dirty to be in there?
Uh,
Like clothes sitting on a chair, stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah, it does happen.
Like
at
it
times,
frustrates
yeah.
me. And I don't want to be in my
Like
room.
it's just too cluttered. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about my room because
No,
my room's
no,
really
my
dirty
room,
too.
my room. I recently just deep cleaned everything. Like,
I just deep
like
cleaned
under my
mine.
bed, everything. I actually dusted
Oh wow, you
everything.
dusted.
Yeah, all my pop toys, my Legos, everything.
So is that what grinds your gears?
no.
Oh.
What grinds my gears is
No.
Clean my rooms grinds my
no.
Having a neat environment
really
grinds my
hate
gears.
cleaning.
No, what grinds my gear is the fact that my girlfriend, the day I clean my room, will go in there and leave a pile of peanuts on my dresser.
Hold on. Wait.
Yes,
Yes.
I saw that.
You mean like peanut
Peanuts.
shells
Peanut shells, yes. Yes, sir.
on your dresser?
In a cup. I should have said in a cup.
Okay.
But now
it's a little more
like,
humane.
and I tell her like, hey, I got a trash can in the corner. Throw your shells.
Throw your shells,
And
girl.
she's like, yeah, no, I'll do it. It's been sitting there for over 2 weeks, Skylar.
Are you leaving it there out of spite?
Yeah, out of spite. So she
Okay.
can look at it. And now she has no room to put her cups because I'm not going to clean it.
I
I cleaned everything else again except for her shells. I'm leaving them there for her.
Leave those shells there.
Yeah.
Leave those shells.
So
David.
now when I go to her house,
was about to say.
I'm going to take some sunflower seeds and spit them on her floor.
Oh my! I don't know about all
Okay,
that.
that's a little.
That's
a
too
little
much.
excessive.
She has a cat. I don't want the cat to get hurt.
How about you do that? Like you do your sunflower seeds,
I'm not
but
cleaning
like
your
also
room. I'm not cleaning your room, no.
no. I'm also like gonna do pistachios here at the house. I'll just give you the ball and you just take them over there and put them on your dresser.
Pistachios are good.
So
Pistachios are really good.
I love
I could eat
pistachios. I actually have a story. When I was in college, when I first left, as y'all know, college was a little rough for me at first.
Oh, yeah, we know.
but
Same here.
but I had a sock. I was eating pistachios one day, and we ran out of trash bags, and I had a sock.
What kind of sock?
It was just a regular sock. It was
No,
actually
like long sleeve or ankle?
it was a tube. It was a black tube sock,
Okay.
and I spit like the shells of the pistachios into the sock. Because I didn't have a bag, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw the sock because it wasn't. I don't even know where the sock came from. It was in my laundry, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw the sock. But then I was like, okay, I'll just put the shells in the sock. Well, then it became a running joke that I had a pistachio sock. So the rest of the year, I would fill that sock with pistachios, until the end of the year, and then I threw it away. I did that for 2 years. For 2 years, I got a different sock.
Nice.
The only reason I don't do it now is because I don't think my mom would appreciate me having a pistachio sock in my room right now. It would just be kind of weird.
So let me rewind a little bit on your story. You said you spit the pistachio seeds. You crack pistachios with like inside your mouth.
Yeah, you suck
You
on
don't?
the shell?
I just like,
Bro.
crack them on the outside.
No.
The shell's the best part.
Am I the weird one here?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The shell is the best part. All
the
the
shell is
flavors
good.
there.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you crack it, eat the pistachio, suck the shell, and then spit the shell?
Yeah.
It's a lot of steps. It's a
Or
lot of
sometimes,
steps, Matt.
I just get the
Don't
shellless
say
pistachios. In the green bag, the full green
You're
bag.
disgusting.
That is the
Pistachios?
worst thing to
That defeats the
And-
whole
and you know
purpose of a
what?
pistachio, and
And-
you know it.
And you know what
You
my
know
joke
it.
is when I have pistachios? It's like, do you want some of my? Can you like do you want some of my pistachios? Pistachio, no. It was on that commercial. It was like on a YouTube
Well-
video a long time ago.
I don't want your shellless pistachios either, so
I'm not gonna
keep
lie.
them.
I would never want to eat your shellless pistachios either. But
Dude, they're good.
No, they're not.
Oh my gosh.
It takes out the point. It takes out the fun of it.
it does.
There's no fun in
no
eating.
fun, no flavor. You're depriving yourself of the best things. But here's the video of the sock. Oh wait,
That sock's
Oh.
hanging by a thread.
that's actually it.
Is that what I think it is?
What is that?
That's we'll talk about that later. Ignore that.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
that's not.
Let's ignore that.
How big were you in that video?
I was almost 350 pounds in that
You know-
video. Look, that's a sock.
You've lost a lot of weight, Skyler. You're looking really good.
Thank you. Look at that. No, it keeps going.
I have a question.
Is that y'all's trash can?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay, but that's kind of gross.
That was moving out day, and
Oh,
everyone was
okay.
just throwing
Okay,
trash.
that
I
makes
have a
sense.
question.
I have an answer.
At Lowe's,
Uh-huh.
when you worked with us,
Uh-huh.
were you able to operate The order picker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to. I was like, the weight limit was I think 350.
Okay.
And
So that's the weight limit?
I think as a person, I don't
No.
think it's
Okay.
for the harness. Yeah.
I know someone
Who weighs more than that?
that uses it pretty often, and he's a lot more than that.
Well, it's
I think it's 350 if you fall, so just don't fall.
okay. Well, that's what I was saying. That's kind of the whole point. That harness stops you. If you 350 pounds falling to the ground
There ain't no
is a
stopping.
lot for a harness.
That's a big old boy.
That's what I'm saying. But at that time, I think the heaviest I ever weighed at Lowe's was probably around 320. 320. Right now, I'm at 279.
Good for you.
Yeah, I started the year at 335 when I started my weight loss thing. So I'm at 279.
You doing keto?
It's not necessarily keto because people kind of misinterpret it. Because keto isn't done properly. People do dirty keto. I do a very, very low carb diet with intramural fasting.
Okay.
So, like for instance, today, it's been
Wait, did you just say intramural fasting?
intramural, intramural.
Intermittent?
Yeah,
Intermittent fasting?
yeah, that one. It is in 3 hours.
How
No,
much time of the day do you eat?
I usually eat one meal a day, sometimes two. So I'll go like today. I'll go a little over 24 hours without eating here in a couple hours.
You know what's crazy?
So
The other night, I downed a whole box of fruit by the foot like at 3 a.m.
I hate fruit by the foot.
What?
I hate fruit by the foot. It gets stuck to my teeth. Ooh.
You know what's nasty?
You know
though?
what? We're done with the segment, but that really grinds my gears when food gets stuck to my teeth.
It's all gummies.
Not all gummies. Gummy bears don't get stuck to your teeth. Like the Hasbro?
y'all chew gummy bears?
Hasbro? Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
just kidding.
Yeah, I
I'm
swallow
just
them
kidding.
whole. Like,
But about fasting,
you're still psycho for that.
I know. Leave me alone. About fasting, like whenever I was like cutting weight, I think like 2 years ago, I lost like 30 pounds or something. I wasn't like trying to lose that much. I just wanted to get below like 190.
Uh-huh.
And when I did intermittent fasting, I would only allow myself to eat from noon to 6 o'clock. I only had 6 hours of the day that I could eat. And I had to get my calories during those 6 hours. During all the other hours, I wasn't allowing myself to eat.
Wow. That's actually impressive, though.
That sounds horrible.
David, what
Oh,
did
no, it
you
was
do
bad.
to lose weight when you lost all your weight?
Whenever I lost.
So how much weight did you lose?
I went from 230 to 205 in like a week and a half.
Okay.
But all I did was
That's a lot.
yeah, I know.
Was it a week? No way.
It was like
a
2
week.
weeks at
Okay.
most because I had to do it for powerlifting.
Okay.
But
And
he
the
was
meat
also
was-
doing like sauna,
Oh, okay.
lots
You
of
were-
cardio.
yeah.
I was
working out.
working out 3
everything.
times
When
a
was
day.
this? What year?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year? Okay.
I was working out 3 times a day in the morning, during school, 4 times a day actually. Morning, school, after school, and then after school with Nick. After school with Nick, and all I ate was white rice and chicken and rice cakes every day.
Love rice cakes.
Dude, they're amazing with peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Dude,
I'm saying, and right now I can't eat it. Like I can't even have rice cakes with this diet. But I would do that, and I would do like little slivers of banana on top.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a big fruit guy.
Right now, my go-to meal is.
I didn't mean it like that.
no. Okay.
I didn't
What'd
mean
you
it like
say?
that. I said I'm a big fruit guy, but I didn't catch
But
it.
like
I
you
didn't.
said it
I didn't
like-
catch it.
you
You
I
said
didn't
it
mean
like
it.
a different type of way.
I didn't mean it like that. Like bananas, apples,
Oh yeah.
cherries, bro.
Are cutie
Oranges,
mandarin
kiwi.
oranges?
That's a fruit.
Are those fruits or
Of course it's a.
That's a
Wait, whoa.
fruit.
What
Yes.
what's the debate here? I didn't even get the
No,
question.
I'm just asking like what is it because I think it's weird how I love cuties but I hate halos. They're
Well,
they're both
one's
the same.
Wait, what did you say?
They're both clementines.
I think in my experience.
Isn't one a tangerine?
No, they're both the same.
Are you
It's
sure?
just different brands. Yeah, because I looked everything up.
If
I
I'm not
think-
mistaken, I
I
think
hope. I don't know.
the Halo top ones. Wait, what is it? It's Halo and what?
Halos and cuties.
I think the Halos. When I've had them, they're never really sweet.
They're not, right?
They're watery.
yeah.
The cuties are sweet.
I bought 3 bags of cuties the other day. And I
But we
finished
can
them all.
all agree.
George will buy a bag of cuties and eat them all in one
They're
sitting.
so good.
We can all agree that yellow watermelon is the best fruit there is.
What the heck is a yellow watermelon?
I don't
A
even
watermelon?
like regular watermelon.
That's yellow.
How do you not like regular water?
I swallowed the
Watermelon's the
seed
best.
once and I got scared.
We're going to HEB after this because I want some watermelon now. But
I've-
yellow watermelon is the sweetest watermelon you'll ever try.
I've
Without
had
a doubt in my mind.
I have a very mixed experience with watermelon. So, growing up, my cousin Emerald and my brother George, they used to eat watermelon a lot, like during the summer. It's kind of like a state. It's a summertime fruit, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to watch them devour it like animals, and it would gross me out because I would see them covered in like the watermelon juice and everything.
Our cousin eats the crust or the shell.
I don't eat the shell. I eat, all the
Philip, right?
Yeah.
Philip eats the shell.
You're lying.
Swear. The green part?
I eat all the white part. Like that's my favorite part.
Yeah,
the
no,
white
he eats
part
everything.
at the bottom. That's wow.
Even the sticker.
No, he doesn't.
But that's why I'm not too fond of watermelon. That's also why I don't like syrup. George, when he was a kid, one of the first things he learned how to make was pancakes.
And would just
He would make
drown
pancakes,
it.
and he would drown it, but he would be standing on the table, or not the table, but on like a chair, because he was little, so he could eat at a table, he'd sit on a chair, and he would be in his tidy whities, just covered
Full syrup.
in syrup, dude.
Yeah.
And that's why I see syrup, and I'm like, because I just picture my little brother half naked with syrup all over him.
No, yeah, I get that.
It's gross. It's
So you
disgusting.
won't eat syrup at all.
I eat it very seldomly. When I eat pancakes or waffles, which I prefer waffles. I don't really like pancakes, but it's usually just butter. Yeah,
You're crazy.
Or like that cream they put on top, like a little bit of like a whip. It's not whipped cream, but it's
Whipped cream?
Yeah, but it's not sweet. It's just whipped cream. Like
Oh, yeah, but like the whipped cream.
yeah, but yes, the whipped cream.
Okay.
I just spread all that.
Cool
on
Whip?
it.
You don't put like
Like sometimes I'll put syrup.
caramel,
No.
That's gross.
dulce de leche, nothing.
Like if we're talking like IHOP, yeah, I'll do like the dulce de leche. But I never eat. I hate pancakes for breakfast. Hate waffles for breakfast. Cereal, I can do sometimes, but like people that do chocolate cereal for breakfast, you guys are insane.
Chocolate cereal.
Yeah, I'm talking like Cocoa
Like
Puffs, Cocoa
Cocoa-
Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs are goated.
They're
Disgusting.
gas, but I don't like breakfast at all.
I love
I
breakfast.
like. Well, see, this is what I was gonna say. Right now, like my go-to meal, I'll do like 2 pounds of ground hamburger meat, and I'll do like a dozen eggs. That'll be like my go-to meal.
In one sitting.
Yeah,
And that's all you eat all day.
that'll be like.
Oh,
all I
okay.
eat.
all
But
day,
but
yeah.
okay, that makes sense. So like you're getting all your calories just
Yeah,
with
I'm-
one
yeah,
meal.
in one meal.
Yeah.
and one meal.
Also, it's a myth to where if you eat after 10 p.m., you get fat. That's a myth.
Most of the time I eat, it's like 8 p.m.
That's a myth.
Depends on. Well, it depends on if I'm working.
I don't know why I just wanted to say it, but that's a myth.
If I'm working, it'll be usually around 10:30 that I'll eat.
As long as
It all
you
depends.
eat enough calories from the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, and you get your calories in, it doesn't matter.
But
Calories in, calories out. That's all that matters.
what about you, David? You got anything to say?
About what?
Anything at all?
Oh,
No?
this is going pretty smooth, man.
Yeah.
Like we're just
Yeah, we're just vibing.
Going back to the breakfast, I don't like breakfast at all. I like the thought of breakfast, but I don't like eating it early in the morning. Because if I do, it's going to hurt my stomach and I'll be done all day. I won't be able to do anything.
but
Is your stomach that sensitive?
Yeah, so earliest I could eat is like after 12.
like
If I know I'm going to be home all day, I'll eat breakfast. But
They
other
have,
than that,
dude. You know what I've seen? Before I get this,
Excuse me.
piggybacks
just
off of
cut
you.
me off. It's cool.
Well, 'cause I'm telling you, school, and we have a lot of listeners that aren't from the U.S. Our school system's really weird, and the way we have lunches is really weird. These people, these educators, these higher ups, really had us eating pizza at like 10 in the morning, dude.
that's even cap. That was like 7 in the morning.
Well,
We were
for the breakfast, but I'm talking about because remember it was like because you would have lunch. It would be the fourth
A
grade, the
lunch.
5th grade, and then 6th grade. And so 6th grade you had lunch at 12. If you were in freaking 4th grade, you had lunch at 10 in the morning, and you'd get a slice of pizza, a carton of milk,
Hot
a thing of
wings.
peaches. Like you were eating some nasty stuff. I hate that they
Nah,
gave
bro.
milk. I don't know why they didn't just give us water.
I wasn't
love
even
milk.
on those pizzas, bro. I was on like, give me a spicy chicken sandwich and put some hot Cheetos in the sandwich
Gas.
with some ranch, bro.
Gas.
Stop, dude.
My-
And then
Or those-
instead of
or
a
those-
chocolate milk, get a V8, bro.
Or those barbecue balls
No,
they
tap
had?
Tap somebody in the head. You should have had a V8.
Barbecue?
you don't
It's
remember-
barbecue balls.
You don't remember the barbecue balls from high school?
The chicken balls, the barbecue chicken balls. They're fried chicken,
I don't.
I knew
I
people every day they'd get the
do.
whole plate.
like the
full
little
of it.
meatballs that are like on
Yes,
Shadows of Evil.
Yes.
It's like those, right?
Yes.
Well, you know what my go-to thing to do with our high school, like, or even junior high lunch, it was junior high because that's when I did a lot. We'd get those burritos. I'd bite the top off, right? You bite the top of it
And
off,
put some hot Cheetos.
and you put
in
the
there.
hot Cheetos in there,
Oh,
dude. Oh,
Jesus.
but with the spicy chicken sandwich, actually, the first time I ever sat down and had lunch with Crystal in high school when we were dating,
Oh.
I did this and it grossed her out. I had a spicy chicken sandwich, and I would put mashed potatoes and corn in the sandwich.
I remember doing that too.
And then I would put barbecue sauce on it.
I did not do that.
That's wild.
I did not do the barbecue, but I did put mashed potatoes and
my
corn.
mouth is watering.
You
just
know
talking
what
about
I
it.
used to do that people that was gross?
What?
I'd get the spicy chicken sandwich, but instead of a slice of cheese, I'd have them put nacho cheese on it. It got everywhere, but dude, it was so good.
My thing is, was it really good, or were we just like all in high school and hungry? And
We
we're
were just
like,
all in high school and hungry.
Got a point, yeah.
We just got out of athletics.
yeah, dude, we'd be getting
like,
straight out of athletics, all nasty. Take a quick shower, run out there, and you always had to do it quick, dude. Like we'd get out of athletics like 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Then you had to take like a quick 2-3 minute shower, get dressed, get there, and by the time you get there, they're half the stuff, or they're out of half the stuff.
'Cause all the stinky kids don't even take a shower.
like
Like
the
just go straight
first-
for the food.
Dude, that's disgusting. I don't know how people could do it without showering.
The first couple years, like I was kind of set because that's when I was with the girl I was dating at the time,
Uh-huh.
and she would just get all my food for me
Really?
and just have it sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was be like, dude, like.
Crystal would. I was so fat in high school. I would get 2 lunches.
I love how that's how he starts the story.
Yeah.
I would get 2
so
lunches
fat in high school
from the cafeteria, right? Two trays, and Crystal would pack me a lunch with her lunch.
Love to see
And
it.
even at that, I'd usually end up eating like half of her
You were a
lunch.
growing boy.
Hey,
I
you
was a
remember?
growing
You
boy.
remember the basket she would make him for every game?
Oh, dude.
He would eat a loaf of
Yes.
bread before every game.
I remember Rios got mad when when he first started coaching because he hadn't seen the basket. He wasn't used to it. And he was like, "You're gonna be eating all that." I was like, "Yeah, I do this all the time." He's like, "You're gonna blah blah whatever." And I remember the thing I would do. Chris would get me 2 things of peace tea, so I would drink the Arnold Palmer peace tea. Half and half, whatever. I would drink that, and then I would eat a can of beefaroni. Y'all remember that? I'd eat it straight out of the can.
That was gross.
Yeah, I opened a
All
can of
cold.
beefaroni, ate it straight out of the can, and then like that's it. And shortly after, we'd go into the game. Halftime would come around. I would pretty much shotgun my second can of peace tea, and then I had another can of beefaroni, and I would eat that real quick before we went out. And it held me true. And then I remember I think it was like my junior year, Crystal forgot to put like something in there, and I just wasn't hungry. I was sick that day, but I was still going to play, and I wasn't eating. And Rios was freaking out. I was like, "You need to eat. You need to eat. Like
Yeah.
something's wrong." But no, we did a lot of weird stuff.
I was on like that drink. Start with on Wednesday. Have a Pedialyte every single day. Wednesday, Thursday,
Pedialyte was good
and then
though.
Friday morning.
I miss drinking Pedialyte.
I was drinking all that and acting like I was gonna cramp up or something. Like I didn't play only offense. I wasn't only on the field for barely anything, drinking all that Pedialyte.
David knows I would always have apple juice too. I'd give David some of my apple juice.
yeah.
Crystal would get me the
gallon.
gallon of apple juice, or it's like I think it's a half gallon actually, a half gallon of apple juice, and I would usually like let David have some, but I'd finish that, and then I would drink a quart of chocolate milk every
all that
Saturday.
pickle juice you'd make.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So I used to call that. What was it called? I don't know if I could say it. I used to call
I
it.
wouldn't say.
I used to call it a certain name, but I would tell you when to drink it, and if you drank it, you didn't cramp up. And I remember one time John cramped up. He was like, "Give me that." He was
Yeah,
like, "Give me some of that."
John cramped up every single game.
I remember
though.
you
I just saw
All
like
his
that.
calves are cramping
Yeah.
out 24/7.
You forced me to drink it because I was the freshman of varsity, the only one.
I forced Mike to do some things too.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even gonna play, and he still made me drink
But
it.
back
It
on
was-
like when you said Rios got mad at you eating, I still remember like when we'd have team dinner at LTAP,
Uh-huh.
and it was before one game. Like Zamora would go and just like hang out with us because like of course
Yeah.
his son was there, and he saw everybody's food, and he saw mine, and I was eating menudo the day before the game, like full of grease, dude. Like this is not something you should eat if you're
Yeah.
getting ready for a game. And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna get hurt, and you're gonna be slow, and all that stuff." I got a pick 6 that day. He was like, "You need to eat menudo next week too. You need to eat menudo next week too."
Zamora was a kook though, dude.
For
That dude was
us,
wild.
our senior year, we would go to Asian buffet, and Zamora would compete with us. We'd do.
You're lying. He would go with you.
They would eat
go.
crawfish at a
Dude,
buffet.
Zamora,
No, I'm just kidding.
Zamora
I'm just
could
kidding.
put
That'd
some
be
food
terrible.
down.
I believe it.
Zamora could put food down. We'd have a competition who could eat the most plates, and Zamora beat AB.
You're lying.
I swear.
AB is a big boy.
Yeah,
That is a big boy.
Zamora put that food down.
That explains why y'all lost so many games. We went to
Hey, we had fun.
we went to Asian buffet one time when our senior year. Was it our senior year or junior? I don't remember. We went one time and we lost after that, and we never went again.
I still remember it was our sophomore year,
Uh huh.
and it was against Banquete. and I had told the line like, because you're offensive line that year. I had told the lineman, I was like, if y'all don't give up a sack today, if like y'all can help me out and give me some time, I'm taking y'all out to eat tomorrow, wherever y'all want to go, and like y'all just tear up some food, dude. And dude, I remember the next day we went out to go eat, and dude, it was so much fun because we were always there eating, and it never happened again because I just kept getting sacked after that.
Yeah.
I just kept getting killed.
We
Like,
won
dude,
that game though.
We did.
We did win that
Because
game
of you, top 5 huddle play.
Huddle top 5 pick 6.
Wrong one.
Wow, it's this one. Yeah, there you go.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
My bad.
I
But
just
no,
called
It was
talked
big,
to Luna
big
about
boy
that.
got moves.
big boy got
Yeah, they
moves.
said big boy got some moves. Put this kid at running back. That's what they said.
Yeah.
I mean, not like I remember anything.
And I still remember like the next game when we played against Ranzas Pass, dude.
Oh yeah, dude,
I've never been so beat up in my life.
That was a rough
I
game.
looked at Rio, so I was like, dude, put Mikey in. I'm done.
that was
I'm hurting, bro.
that was the start, which it made no sense to me. I got benched that game. I started
For
off.
Chancho?
I think so. I started off the game with like 2 sacks in one drive. Like they wouldn't get nothing, and then Zamora was like, "Come here," and then I didn't play a single down the rest of that game.
I think at that point the coaches kind of knew the team was done, and they just was like, you know what,
we'll
let
save the young guys.
let the
guys
seniors ride out in glory, or I say glory, but let the seniors get on the field.
play. Yeah,
Let's not say glory because we got blown out every single game after that. So
that was a rough year, dude. Some
was
of
a
the
rough
stuff I
year.
would hear Zamora say on the sidelines,
I
dude.
almost got into a fist fight with Zamora that game.
I remember one time he threw the clipboard. He's like, I know I should have went to, like, he would just like say some other school. Dude, there's so many things I can't even say on the podcast that he would say.
He was bad.
But there's a lot that guy would kind of talk about.
Switching big gears right here, Skylar. I have a really question, like a good question I've been wanting to ask.
Go ahead, because we're fixing to hit the wrap up session here.
Okay. What is your take on aliens?
Oh, I fully believe in them. I believe they're 100% real. Do you know about the story? Is that why you're asking me? What story?
No, I don't know about any story.
Okay.
The reason I was asking is because, like, in my head, who thought to draw aliens like that? Like, what made them picture aliens?
Are you
like
talking about
that?
like the traditional,
like the big head, big eyes?
big eyes?
Like, what made people say, you know what, that's an alien? And same thing, like, what made people see, like, oh, like, that's a mermaid? Like, who even thought of these things?
We even thought of the Loch Ness monster.
Well, you showed
It's
me.
real.
You showed me pictures of a driftwood, David.
It was. I still have the picture
and
pulled
they
up
say
right here.
it's
Let me see it.
literally just a neck and a head that looks like a dinosaur.
Look at that. That's a driftwood.
It could be.
No,
Yes, it can.
no,
It really can be.
it really can.
It says it may be a giant eel. Says
No,
scientists.
don't read that. Just look at the picture.
It could be a giant eel too.
No, there's no
I
such
don't know
thing
why
as
a
eels.
giant eel would come out. Whoa,
And
what?
why-
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I thought
But
you
yeah, so like, who pictured aliens to look like that? I'm not saying like if there is or wherever. I really think there's something else like aliens out there. But like the typical alien drawing with the gray, big old head, big eyes, and they're like, oh yeah, like that's an alien. Like who? Like what were you smoking to say that? Or what did you see to say that?
My
you know?
thought on it, so in a logical sense, for someone that believes would be, why did someone draw a dog like a dog? Because they saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then that's the case. But then if you're gonna say something like that, I could say, well, in aliens like xenomorph aliens, the
like are you
type
talking like
creatures.
Predator versus Alien?
yes, like
Okay,
those
yeah.
aliens, the xenomorphs. Why did they design them like that? It's and that's what I'm saying. That's where you can believe fact or fiction. But I believe traditional aliens that you're talking about in the traditional sense, like the Greys is what they're referred to as, those kind. Because I've done a lot of research on them. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We can do this in another one, like actually going in depth on just aliens.
We can go into that rabbit hole.
Yeah, we could definitely go into that rabbit hole. But I think it is too simplistic of a drawing, of a depiction for it not to be real. I think
Exactly.
there's so little detail, but so much differential detail that I feel like it in and of itself is pretty believable. But I digress. We will have to go into that another time. We're impeding on an hour and 5 here, so
Just one last sentence.
let me hear it.
There is 100% something else out there in space. We are not the anomaly.
I believe that. David, your hot take before
As
before I
someone
go?
that goes to church, we are not the anomaly, dude. Like it's
Before I go,
Or before we
go, thank you for having me, Skylar.
well, it's not
That's
that.
it.
It's
No,
not
that's
that.
it.
Okay,
I'm leaving.
It's not.
I'm done. I'm walking out.
Okay. Well, thank everyone. Thank you everyone for listening in. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for spending time with myself, spending time with Matt, and spending time with David. Y'all have anything y'all want to say before we finish everything up here?
if any of the viewers want us back and want to hear more of Matt and David's shenanigans, send Skylar an email.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and leave your opinions, what
Please
you want to
do.
say. If you have
Please
any
do.
thoughts on the matter of what we talked about today, like going into Loch Ness Monster, going into Bigfoot, going into whatever else we talked about lunch and food and whatever you're going on about.
I mean, we just go on and on.
Go ahead and send an email. Let Skylar know. Let Steven know.
Please do, guys. David,
Loch Ness Monster is still real.
Okay.
that's
So is
Da-
Bigfoot.
I believe in both, and I'm with David on that. And once again, guys, thank y'all for listening. I know it's been a while since we uploaded. We had a lot going on, school, work, some other responsibilities, outside factors, but we're back on it, and we're just excited to be here. As you all know, you can shoot me an email, tell me what y'all think, what y'all want to hear, what y'all don't want to hear, how y'all feel about everything at storytimepodcast@yahoo.com. Make sure to leave a review. Make sure to let us know how you feel, and we're so happy to be with you.